Hello my friends, welcome to a good old book haul. First of all, there is a laundry basket behind me. It was empty and then Tolkien decided to jump in and he just didn't seem like he was going to be leaving. So he's hanging out with us, all comfy cozy there in a hard laundry basket. I understand when he gets in and it's actually got clothes in it, it's like soft, but when it's got nothing in it, what's the point? Cats, I don't understand them. Okay, I have like a very weird assortment of things to share with you today. I have some things I got super on sale that I'm excited about. Some things I bought on Amazon. I went thrifting back where we used to live. I went out for a few days and got some thrifting stuff, went to some little free libraries. It's a big mashup of all sorts of things. But I want to start with some like Advent-y type things because that season is coming up soon. I don't have any biblical Advent stuff to share here. I'm hoping to share an Advent resources video in the next couple of weeks. But I got a couple things that I want to share. The first thing is I found this murder mystery Advent calendar on Amazon. Murder on the Yuletide Express, an interactive Christmas escape room novel with 24 daily puzzles and riddles for mystery lovers. I don't know anything about it yet. I'm not going to be doing it until December 1st, but just to give you an idea of what it looks like. It looks like every day has, I'm assuming are they separate mysteries or are they connected? I don't really know. There are some photos of some people. I don't know anything yet. No, I think it's all one, because day one is a mysterious invitation, day two is all aboard, day three shadows of the past, and we go through different times of the day. So day one we've got 11:45 Ezra Doyle's apartment, 1:33 Ezra Doyle's apartment, evening Ezra Doyle's apartment, and then there's different things, and then we get to the train and we go to the train car, and I don't really know. But I'm excited about this idea. I've really been trying to live more seasonally in the last few years, and December is so great, and I'm excited. I've never really done much for Advent stuff. I've done some Advent devotionals, but I'm excited about this. And then I did come across an Advent puzzle, a 500-piece puzzle, but it was a 12-day Advent puzzle, and I was just like, oh, you know, I love the idea of it. And then Felicia from Little Prairie Library, she hasn't posted in forever, but she's amazing. You should still follow her. She shared that last year she did a Christmas puzzle in December, and then she broke it up into 24 bags, I'm guessing, so that this year she can do the puzzle as an Advent calendar. So every day she'll have however many pieces that 1,000 divided by 24 is. So that's what I'm going to do. So I bought this puzzle. It's a 1,000 piece puzzle by Gallison, and it's called Cozy by the Fireplace. Yeah, it looks amazing. It's got a fireplace, it's got some books, it's got some knitting, candles, like the whole Christmas scene. There's some books on the, we got A Christmas Carol, Nutcracker, Night Before Christmas, and Little Women on the mantle there. That looks awesome. So this looks like a ton of fun. I am planning on doing this in December. I might actually start it before December. And then I will take like little chunks of however many pieces, I will do the math yet, and put them into bags so that next year I can do it as an Advent calendar puzzle thing. Super excited about that. Probably embarrassingly excited. I'm in the middle of a puzzle right now, and it's taking a while. This might be my next one. We'll see. And then, okay, let's share. I've been sharing lots of great book deals on Instagram. If you don't already follow me on Instagram, that's the best place to get any of the book deals that I come across, like real time. And then I also share some on Substack once a week-ish or so. And Enclave has been having a bunch of books on sale. Now, this is Amazon putting the books on sale, so like the authors still get the full cut. What's the word? Royalties. They still get like their full amount that they're supposed to get, but we get a good deal. I did not get any of the books that were super on sale because I already own physical copies of those. I might still yet, though, we'll see. So the thing is, they're all on sale on Amazon.com, but they're not on sale Amazon.ca. So one of these books costs about $42 Canadian. I bought 3 that were on sale for $8 to $10. I don't remember exactly now. And then the numbers have fluctuated so much, but like they've been about the same. So I bought 3 books, about $10 each. It came out to about $20 shipping. I ended up paying $55 Canadian for 3 books, which is much worse of a deal than people in the States are getting. But that's like the price of 1.5 books normally, less than 1.5 books. So it was still a good deal. I already read Memoria. This is the final book in the Nightingale trilogy by J.J. Fisher. So I will be sharing thoughts on this in my October wrap up because it's a 3rd book in a trilogy. I'm not really going to say much, but it's in a world where people have different powers. Our main character is a mem, and she can give and take away memories for people. Yeah, and this had some twists to it that were interesting, but yeah, I can't say much. So excited to have this in my collection. Unfortunately, I don't have book 1 and 2, so maybe I'll get those eventually, but grabbed that. Then I also got a Luminary, which is such a beautiful cover. Book 2 has just been, the cover has just been shared as well, and this one sounds so great. I'm excited to have a physical copy and read it physically because it was marketed or said something about it having a Little Princess vibes, and I love a Little Princess. The only problem is there's like some names here I can't even, can I pronounce them? Yosari dreams of becoming an illuminator in a country that values art above all else. A lofty goal that finally seems within reach when she earns a position at the prestigious Academy of the 7 Arts. Although Yosari loathes to leave her quiet country life, she travels to the capital, determined to live up to her mother's fame as one of Indel's greatest artists. Honestly, when I've read the description, I don't really understand it, so I just need to read it and understand it. But the cover is gorgeous, and the Little Princess vibes are cool. And then I should show you too. Their books do have like some kind of cool thing underneath the dust jacket. That was Memoria's. And then a Luminary has, what does it have? It's got like a sunburst or something. I'm not sure, maybe, I'm assuming it has something to do with the book. And then the 3rd book I got was Breath of Bones. I think this is a steampunk book. It's the 1st book in the Clockwork Chronicles. And I'm tempted to also get number 2 because that is on sale as well. I mean, like most of Enclave's books are. I don't even know what this is. Katrina has always aspired to walk in her father's footsteps as a respected journal, and the Second World War presents a unique opportunity for her to prove her worth to the world. A tip about an assassination attempt on a high-ranking Nazi official, the Butcher of Prague, leads Katrina into the shadows of the Nazi occupation. Soon she discovers things are not as they seem. I had no idea that this was like historical like that. As intrigue unfurls, Katrina joins forces with Joseph Lowe, a descendant of a famous Rabbi Lowe, renowned for creating a mystical guardian in the form of a golem to protect the souls of 16th century Jews in Prague. In the chaos of war, some believe a new golem can once again bring help to those in need. Okay, I am so very curious. I love steampunk, and that sounds really interesting. So yeah, and then what does this have? Probably has a gear. Yeah, I mean, I have seen it before, but I couldn't remember. So yeah, got 2 there that I need to read yet. And then we will go into my thrifting and library haul books. I don't even remember which ones were from thrift stores and which ones were from Little Free Libraries. I think this is from a Little Free Library. The FSG, I think that is, Poetry Anthology. I've seen this on Book Outlet multiple times. I don't really know what it's trying to do. More than 125 poets. I don't know what FSG is. Oh, it's the publisher. And then I'm assuming these are some of their poets that are included in here. Yeah, so it was in a Little Free Library. So I just was like, well, I'll grab it. If it's not great, I can always put it back. flipping through, I do not see any poets I have ever heard of. That's interesting. Okay, so it's definitely got some more unique poets included in here. Okay, this one is Suicide Notes from Beautiful Girls. I found this in a little free library, and the description really intrigued me. They say Delia burnt herself to death in her stepfather's shed. They say it was suicide, but June doesn't believe it. June and Delia used to be best friends in a way that comes before everyone else. It was like being in love, except more. They had an infinite number of secrets, tying them together like thin silk cords. But one night, a year ago, everything changed. June, Delia, and June's boyfriend Ryan were just having a little fun. Their good time got out of hand, and in the cold blue light of morning, June knew only this: things would never be the same again. Now Delia is dead, and June owes it to her to find out the truth, which is more complicated than she could have ever imagined. Yeah, I'm curious. It's a teen, like a YA thriller, I'm assuming. So we'll see. Oh, I got this. I couldn't pass this up. It was $2, and I do have another copy. But this is Lorna Doone, which, let's see here. Isn't that cool? I'm gonna see if I can get this off. Hopefully it doesn't wreck the foil. And I have no way of telling when this is published, so we've got an awesome inscription to Gertie wishing her a happy Christmas from Molly. And then we've got like the original title plate thing. This was from a high school at one point, and there is no copyright. So I was gonna look it up. It has illustrations. It's got like very brittle pages. I have another copy of Lorna Doone that I will probably actually read from, but I just couldn't pass that one up. Another cool vintagey type book that I got, it's not that vintage though, is Tales from Shakespeare. I used to own a copy of this, and then I don't know what happened to it over the years. Obviously I got rid of it. These are by Charles and Mary Lamb, and this was originally flapped. I glued it down. Not in the greatest condition, but I love the used and vintage look. So these are Shakespeare stories retold, and they're done really well. We've done some of them in our homeschool. What is this? This is the Junior Deluxe editions. I do have some books in this edition, so got that. Then from the thrift store, I found one for the Murphys. This is one of my favorite middle grade foster care books. It's done really well. We follow Carly Connors. She grew up in Vegas with her fun-loving mom, and she's learned to be tough. And then she ends up in foster care with the Murphys. And the Murphy mom, she just made me feel like, oh man, I shouldn't even be a foster parent. She sounded amazing, but like in a good way, not in a completely unrealistic way. Definitely recommend this book if you haven't read it. And then I found, this was in a little free library, even though it has a price tag on it. Maybe it was in a bookstore or a thrift store. But I did not pay $5.99 for it. This is Wild Mountain Time by Rosamund Pilcher. Her books are set in Scotland usually. I don't know about this one. I'm assuming she was Scottish. I actually don't even know. But they're just very, I don't know, slice of life. I've only read one so far. I read Snow in April. So I don't really know much, but this one says, can you ever put the clock back? Victoria was only 18 when she fell in love with Oliver. When he dumped her, she thought she'd never get over it. Now he's back on her doorstep, widowed with a 2-year-old son. But can you ever recreate that great first great love? Yeah, I feel like she's a well-loved author. She's out of my comfort zone, and yet I could see myself really enjoying her writing. Then I got a nice short little classic, The Red Pony by John Steinbeck. I actually had never heard of this one to my knowledge, but when you see a classic that's under 150 pages, this one's like 120, you grab it because it would be a fairly easy one to check off the list. That being said, I still haven't read Of Mice and Men, and that's a really short one too. This one is the story of a boy who dreams great dreams of the Sorel cult that was the focus of those dreams, of the land that nourished them, of the mountains that hid their fulfillment. I don't really know. Does that tell you anything? I don't think so. But eventually I will read it. It will go on my shelf. Okay, 2 left. The Wolf in Canada by G.A. Henty. Now, I've heard of G.A. Henty before. I think that's a guy. But this is set in Canada, the winning of a continent. I did look it up. I don't remember anything, but I was like, okay, well, I will read this and see if it's worth adding to our homeschool books or not. Plus, I'm such a sucker for like these vintage looking books. This one's not as old. When was this one published? Let's see if it says. It doesn't say. Oh, it's slightly abridged. To meet the reading tastes of the modern boy in capitals. Interesting, okay. But it does not have a copyright date. I need to look up, like, when did they start adding copyright dates to books? Because I feel like you know it's old if it doesn't have one. And then I just had this one out from the library and I didn't get to it before I had to go back. It's one I was thinking of adding into our homeschool. It's The Quintland Sisters by Shelley Wood. I shared it, I think when I was sharing some library books recently. I don't remember which video exactly, but it's about the Dion quintuplets. So they were 5 identical quintuplets born in Ontario in 1934. And I think, yeah, they were believed to be the first set of identical sisters born alive. So they became like a circus show in Canada. They, like, honestly, they went on tour for people to go stare at them. And they, I think, were pretty traumatized as a result. Things kind of came out years later about it, and over 6,000 daily visitors came to stare at them. Like, that's terrible. But I do think that their parents kind of needed the money. Oh, the government removed them from their parents, making them wards of the British king. So this is actually written in journal format. We are following the nurse that helped assist at their birth, and then she is their nurse when they are wards of Britain. Interesting. As the fight over custody and revenues turns increasingly explosive, Emma is torn between the fishbowl sanctuary of Quintland with the wider world now teetering on the brink of war. It's a novel of love, heartache, resilience, and enduring sisterhood. A fictional coming-of-age story. So it's like, it's obviously a fictional story, but it's based on true events, which have just always been fascinating to me. So yeah, I do want to read this. I think that's all for this book haul. I have a tendency to just like start stirring books in different places. So all for this time. Let me know if you've read any of these, enjoyed any of them, gotten any good bookish deals lately. I always love to hear about it.